we know?
Better keep my strength in check.
So do you use Thorns anymore or just Wind Dancer? Well, I did like 6 Thorns characters already this league, bro. I'm Thornsed out, man. What more Thorns can I do? You know? I'm waiting for the new patch. The patch that's coming out supposedly this week, right? It's gonna add new uniques and new balance changes and stuff. I don't know if more Thorn stuffs are coming, but you know. I do plan on revisiting Thorns again this patch, but you know, I've already done so many Thorns characters. I've done like 7 of them now. I could use both of them. There's no reason to use both of them. You wouldn't use both. Like maybe while leveling, but for endgame, like if you're investing into one, you're not investing into the other. Oops. That sucks. Went through him.
We're running out of time. End this. What are you doing?
I mean, you just have to invest heavily into Thorns or heavily into Wind Dancer, like, but right now there's not an easy way to do both. Like, maybe you would use Wind Dancer as like a substitute while Thorns for like some minor AoE damage, like, but based on how things are set up right now.
I'm not ready.
Azala!
This is not
Which one do you think is the easier playstyle?
yet.
I'm in Wind Dancer. Like, Wind Dancer is like a playstyle that plays with any playstyle, man.
Is done.
I look sad? What do you mean?
The war began.
What a crazy question. You just finished actual curl with my Smith build? Hell yeah, man. I love that build. That Smith Wind Dancer build, if like we were to do a fresh start with the same patch we're at right now, I would play that build as my league start. That build is sick. I love the Smith. Once you switch to a shield with Smith, I didn't swap until the 80s. I don't know if you can technically swap sooner and have it feel comfortable. I don't know. I'm leveling Wind Dancer on my Warbringer, and I'm using a shield the entire time. So maybe you could swap right now. I am definitely doing less damage, but I'm doing okay with the Warbringer. So with this using just all I've got is a spear. A one-handed spear with melee skills. I'm not using a two-hander. And I'm doing okay while leveling. So I can't promise you it would be a good time to swap at any time, but
For honesty.
on my Smith, I didn't swap till the 80s.
I was all that while there.
I don't know much of your history, but all I see is a good man.
Hey, thanks for becoming a member, Invalid. I set up that member stuff forever ago. I don't even know what it does anymore. I'll have to look into it. I don't know what perks you get or anything. I appreciate the support, though. I do Glacial Bolt with Wind Dancer, and it's awesome. Blows up the walls for big damage. Nice. Yeah, I knew Wind Dancer would fit into any style once I saw all the techs you could pull off. Like, that's why I said in that tech video, like, if you set up things right, I think you could do it in any style.
The beast has grown too powerful.
If you talk about mixing Wind Dancer with Recoup, I think so. I think you could. I'm thinking about trying Overleech on this character. The problem I have with Recoup is, like, there's no like, okay, in the new patch with the new, I think we're getting Recoup support gems potentially. I think it becomes easier then. But right now, Recoup to get online requires so much investment versus Leech. Leech is very easy to get online. Recoup requires gear and a bunch of passives to make Recoup really worthwhile. So that's my problem with Recoup. Every time I've tried it, I just neuter my damage too much. I tried Recoup on a Chronomancer and a Chayula Monk, and it just, like, it was okay both times, but you just lose so much damage when you invest into, like, enough Recoup to, like, survive Simulacrum 4. See, I don't know on that one. I leveled with Herald of Ash most of the way, and I had some commenters say that they thought Herald of Ash was performing better than Herald of Blood for them. I like that Herald of Blood added just a little bit extra on bossing, because Herald of Ash did nothing on bossing, right? So yeah, Herald of Ash is not bad, and if you had extra spirit, you should definitely, like, I think Herald of Ash fits great into the build. It guarantees, like, the spread continues and stuff, like, especially if your damage is a little bit lower. I think you add on Herald of Ash if you don't have a good damage. But, I don't know, I like Herald of Blood because it did a little bit for bossing. Whereas Herald of Ash does nothing for bossing, right?
Good timing. Spirit. What a good hunt.
Right now, the best way to support me is, I don't know if it's in the bio of this stream, but I'm an indie game developer. In August, maybe September, I'm releasing my next game, Card Quest. And the way the Steam algorithm works is, like, kind of like how YouTube has likes and comments or fuel the algorithm. Wishlist fuel the algorithm on Steam, and we invested a lot of time and money into this game. So if you want to, the best way to support me is just go wishlist the game on Steam. You don't ever actually have to buy it or anything, but just wishlisting it, like when we get closer to launch, the more wishlist a game has, the, like, higher up it is on the promotion cycle, and stuff. I would never ask anybody to buy the game because it's not really a game that's aimed towards the Path of Exile audience. But wishlists, like, are free, and whenever the game comes out, you can just unwishlist the game. But that's the best way to support me right now.
Treasure.
I have not tried any Thorns stuff with Seismic Cry myself. I've thought about doing Cry builds a few times, but I have not ventured towards it yet.
Danger. I should take care.
What level can I use these level 10s? Or, okay, 36, and 2 more levels. The Steam page is actually pretty outdated. We've, like, completely revamped the UI and the gameplay. It's still that style of game. It's like a 3D sim, like, kind of like, we call it a second monitor game. You know, they're just those brain off 3D sim games, you know. So if you like those, you might like it. But yeah, the Steam page is definitely outdated. Yeah, right now I'm using Wind Dancer to clear, and Shield Charge is I'm going for Shield Charge on this character for single target. Warbringer did Sunder, Titan I did Auto Attack. I figured this guy, change it up again. We'll go in Shield Charge. Especially if I eventually do get a Chernobog. The cool tech about this character that I'm doing with Wind Dancer is I am using Embitter. Embitter? Embiter? I don't know how you say that word. If you gain extra damage of any type other than cold, you gain cold damage instead. Which is really cool for like the Herald of Ice cheese I'm doing. And then I'm trying to do the armor explosion technique in Herald of Ice at some point. Actually, I should try it right now. We'll see how it goes now. But yeah, I'm just trying like a slightly different style. Oh yeah, that's cool. I didn't know about that. Yeah, I can imagine hearing the "Raw!" like all the time. Gets a little bit annoying. Easy two-shot. And we got a big upgrade, too. Coming. Hey, what's up, Jimbot? Okay. Like, right now, my survivability is fine for the campaign, so I'm just gonna, like, slam out all this attack damage stuff. Because the cool thing about attack damage, since I'm doing a Herald of Ice version... Wind Dancer and Shield Charge are both melee skills, so like the melee skill levels scale them a lot, but Herald of Ice is not a melee skill. So like, if I'm trying to use it as like my my chain ability, I need to find a way to scale it too, not just melee skill, so I'm trying to invest heavily into just attack damage right now, since all three are attacks. Shield Charge, Wind Dancer, and Herald of Ice. This is just like an easy way to buff all three, so... I'm snagging all the attack damage stuff for now. We'll see how it goes. But, Shield Charge is broken. So, in 0.1, I made 3 different videos about Shield Charge. I loved Shield Charge, even in 0.1 when it was worse. And they made it, like, way better. Like, way, way better. Like, Shield Charge is insane now. Like, I thought it was... I cleared, like, I think the best I did was, like, +3 jets in 0.1, and I think in that patch it was harder. I don't remember. I don't know where the damage difference was, but even in 0.1, I thought Shield Charge was good. I don't know why it took me this long to want to finally revisit it as a damage source, because I feel like Shield Charge might have been my favorite build from 0.1. But I figured since I wanted to do another variation of the Wind Dancer character, and I was doing it on a Warbringer, it was time for Shield Charge. I almost did Shield Charge on the Smith of Katava, but then I got baited into Sunder. It was a fun bait. Hey, what's up, Sour? You love the Smith build, just reach Act 2 and it slaps? Hell yeah, man. I'm happy. I keep seeing comments like that. I know it's like late into the season, so like builds like that don't get, or like builds this late in the season don't get many views and stuff, but I put a lot of effort into that written guide and stuff. Because I wanted to get like a practice run in of like doing another good written leveling guide before 0.3. Because I want my like first... I assume I'm doing a Thorns Druid or a Thorns Wind Dancer Druid for 0.3 launch. And I want to have like a good written format down. And I was trying to... I did one of those, that format kind of on my Thorns Ritualist. And then this was my attempt at refining it. And... I think I got all the information that's needed into it. Another streamer just posted a video of your Titan Plague Dancer build doing Simulacrum. Hell yeah. It's a fun build. I think my Smith version's better, though. The Titan version, like, if you take the Smith version I made and you apply, like, all those stuff to the Titan version would be better. My Titan version was like me being a memer, like, I'm doing auto attack. And, yeah. Oh, that mobile. I forgot to update the mobilytics. I'm pretty sure that mobilytics is super outdated. No one look at that. I'm pretty sure that's my ritualist leveling guide. You can play that if you want. It's fine. Well, so I have a big. It's probably coming out this weekend, maybe. I have a big Thorns feedback video I'm doing, and I want that divine, but I should just D&D for now. I have a big Thorns feedback video coming. Did I skip? I skipped doing the Viper area. I'll have to go get that later. And one of my biggest feedback points is Crown of the Pale King's effect needs to be turned into a spirit gem, maybe even combined with Scavenge Plating. And then you change Crown of the Pale King. No spoilers, but I have an idea for what Crown of the Pale King should be. But either way, the goal is to get Crown of the Pale King's effect into a low-level spirit gem, so anybody can level Thorns in hardcore, solo self-found, or anything like that. With Smith, I did everything. I didn't do everything on tier 4. I did Jet and King of the Mist. I got really close to tier 4 Simulacrum, but I have seen a friend, Dead Rabbit. You guys might know him. He's another PoE content creator. He cleared it on his Titan doing a Plague Finder version. So if you applied those techniques to tier 4 Simulacrum, you could easily clear it. These builds can be used in Sekimus. I get that comment so much. I have literally like multiple videos about how to do these builds in Sekimus. It's super easy. People overthink that stuff. Like the only version of Sekimus you can't do it in is like what the no-hit version, but even then you just get blocked. But obviously don't do a reflect version and the no-hit version, but Sekimus is easy, even with 0 relics with reflect builds. In my opinion. Yeah, so like, I feel like there are obviously a lot of uniques in the history of ARPGs that are like build-enabling uniques, but Thorns isn't a build anymore, especially now that they have support gems and spirit gems that are aimed at Thorns, and so many uniques for Thorns. It is clear that they want Thorns to be a play style that can be like played across many different archetypes. And if that's the case, Thorns can't be gated behind a unique like that. Especially a low-level unique that doesn't scale. So that effect of Crown of the Pale King has to be, like, changed some way. I mean, if a build is unviable to you because you can't do carry and ATD farm, like, I'm not making builds for you. Like, that's like a 0.10%, like that's a 0.00%, 01% chance, like, play population base. Like, no one, like, only like a handful of the player base plays that way, and I don't like do those kind of farms, so like. And that's just Thorns in this patch. It doesn't mean Thorns can't be, like, played in future patches in that content, but I don't know. I don't care about carry content and stuff like that. That's like, I don't even think the devs even consider that content when they're designing stuff. They're not thinking about. Oh yeah, no, for sure, Mitch, for sure. Yeah, no. I wasn't saying, yeah, I wasn't implying anything that you were, yeah. It is correct that if that is the way you play the game, I would agree that these styles are not good for that. Until you can pull off like 100% block rate, I fucking hate this map too, dude. I hate Act 3. Act 3 is so slow compared to Act 1 and 2. Like, I feel like in Act 2, you can kind of, like, fart your... Act 1 and 2, you can actually fart your way through and find everything, but, like, you actually gotta check every notch, nook and corner of the maps in Act 3, and it's just super annoying. Oktuk, Bookduck, back at you. Alright, here we go. No, I suck! We got this. No, I suck! Alright, I got this. I suck! Okay, she stopped. I can get her now. No! I missed her when she was on the ground! Holy, I'm bad. We got her. Boom! What? I went through her. Yay, spirit gem. Ooh, can I upgrade my gems yet? Not till next level.
A disgusting
Oh, I can use my new shield? Nope, not until next level.
weapon.
Uh-oh, I'm gonna ban that guy. It does. Act 3 is just too big. It feels like 2 acts in one. Like, I feel like they could legit remove 2 of the zones, and it would feel like it would be fine. Like that, it would feel good. All right. I'll go back for my Bog Witch, or not my Venom Crypt reward later. Yeah, right now I'm just trying to find an alternate for Poison and Herald of Plague. And the Herald of Ice Warbringer tech seems nice. Okay, now we're 36. So new shield. We're at 2933 shield charge damage. 3856. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, Herald of Ice upgrade. Wind Dancer upgrade. I have enough spirit. Do I add on Herald of Ash? Or do I add on... I think I add on Herald of Ash.
Tempered by flame.
Yeah, no, if you straight up removed waterways and you just took that soul core and you put it in town to open up the bottom, like, it would still be too long, you know?
Bright colors usually.
Hey, I appreciate it, Jason. I am enjoying the Reflect style more than I thought I would. The only time from here on out I won't League start a Reflect style build will be when Cyclone comes out. And when Cyclone comes out, I'm probably trying to do Thorns with Cyclone, so... But, like, Cyclone's the only style that I love. So, and I'm actually starting to really enjoy, like, all, like, especially, like, GGG's putting in effort to make all of the Reflect styles better. They made Wind Dancer better. They made, they highlighted my Arctic Armor Reflect build, and then they made Thorns significantly better in 0.2. So, like, they clearly care about Reflect. There's multiple Reflect skills. I mean, Magma Barrier was amazing in 0.1. It got a little over-nerfed in 0.2. When Magma Barrier is back up to Steam, and then once Arctic Armor is more versatile, like, we're gonna have so many different Reflect styles that, like, you'll have creators who specialize in Wind Dancer, creators who specialize in Thorns. It's going to be, like, Reflect as a playstyle is going to be very broad in the future. And I imagine, like, you're going to see, like, this Wind Dancer style I'm doing long-term if GGG doesn't remove it, right? Like, a lot of people are just going to be playing, like, if you're a shield charge main, right? You're going to be playing shield charge primarily, but you're going to be working in Wind Dancer for mapping or something. Like, I see a lot of people doing that in the futures, where Reflect just becomes like an add-on to your build. And it's not very memey. Oh yeah, I mean, everything gets better whenever we have Acts 4, 5, and 6. Maybe Act 3 won't feel that bad then. It is like a journey, right? But yeah, I've just done it so many times now that you just, like, when you've done it this many times, you can really feel that difference. So I have not ran it. When I played it in 0.1, I think my most viewed video for PoE right now is my Magma Barrier build. It was doing like 1.5 million damage. Like, it was my best build ever. Like, and people were scaling it to do 45 million damage, like, very easily. And then they nerfed it. They nerfed it really hard. I heard it's really bad. I have not used it, though. Maybe it's being slept on and there's ways people can scale it, but from what I've heard, it is just not in a good state. But I, again, haven't played. Haven't played since 0.1. In 0.1, though, I think I had 4 or 5 videos about Magma Barrier. Yeah. But it wasn't just Rail's Shield, it was Resonating Shield did it too. But yes, Ray's Shield would do the Magma Barrier explosion. Well, at that, you could use it with, you couldn't use it with Shield Charge in 0.1, but in 0.2, you're using 30 Spirit for very minor damage. So, like, yes, you could do it if you had the Spirit, but as far as I'm aware, in most situations, like, if you have the 30 Spirit, you're better off with Wind Dancer right now. Right? I'm playing a Shield Charge build with Wind Dancer, right? I don't, like, if I had 30 extra Spirit, I wouldn't need to add on Magma Barrier. Is my, like, again, I haven't used it, but I've heard its damage is just neutered.
I can't yet.
And after playing with it when it's been so overpowered, it's hard to play it when it's nerfed like that, right? Where is this frickin' Chimera? Gonna be down here and up. Like, right now I have 0 spare spirit and pretty cat. Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, with Magma Barrier, of all the Reflect styles, Magma Barrier is like the most standstill way to get hit, right? Like, just because you're spamming Shield Charge doesn't mean you're getting Magma Barrier procs. Especially when you're stunning them like that and interrupting their attacks. You can light stun mobs and prevent them from, like, attacking you. So it's like, Magma Barrier is, like, of all of the Reflect styles, it is the most standstill, wait to get hit. And, yeah, I don't know. It's just not worth a 30 Spirit right now. When you're playing Magma Barrier, you're playing a Magma Barrier build. Oh, right, I need to, I'm pretty sure I went in there and I got the waypoint. What does the difference normal armor do for you? You need normal armor for, for your ascendancy. It only, like, the ascendancy passives that buff your body armor, it only works on white bases. So if you have anything better, it won't work. Did I not grab the... Oh, there it is. I'm blind.
A man of two worlds comes to face the ultimate test.
Again, I'm not saying that it's not an interesting mechanic, but if you have 30 spirit to spend, the damage you're getting from Magma Barrier is not worth it compared to majority of the other spirit gems. Like, it's not that it's bad or not fun. Again, I had like 5 builds with Magma Barrier in 0.1. Like, I get that it's fun and it's a cool idea, but if you have 30 spirit, I'm not spending it on Magma Barrier right now. It's just, you're not, like, it's not value. Like, if I had 30 spirit right now, I would rather have Herald of Plague and Mix and Poison, Herald of Thunder and Mix and Lightning, Scavenge Plating, run attrition at all times. Like, Herald of Ash is not ass. Herald of Ash is slept on. Especially when leveling. The overkill ends up working out a lot in her favor. There's very few things in this game that are ass.
One of these trials you will fail.
You plan on playing the new PoE 1 League?
There to witness it.
I'm not making any promises. I'm probably going to try it out. But, like, if I make it to Act 3 and get bored and quit, like, that might happen, right? I'm not setting that as my expectation. I'm going to try and clear as far as I possibly can. But, you know, if I'm, like, just really not vibing with it, I'm not going to force myself to play it. I seriously doubt I quit in Act 3. That would be, like, shocking to me, right? But, like, if I don't make it to maps because I'm just not vibing with it, because I miss, like, WASD, or, you know, something like that, right? Like, whoa, wasn't paying attention. I'm not that tanky on this guy. I'm so used to my Smith. My Smith, you can play completely brain off. Oh no, I've used Herald of Ash on many characters, especially in endgame, and I've felt the impact. Herald of Blood in general is probably better, but
Don't get overconfident.
right now,
Just because you beat
I'm being lazy.
brings the mightiest foes.
Herald of Blood needs a lot more support gem support, and you can just slap Herald of Ash in and you get some extra damage. Hey, Dirk. That's my concern, is like when I went back and tried playing the Pox League, I quit that league in Act 3 because I wasn't vibing without with the click the move. But maybe this time around I'll feel better if I play Cyclone. I was trying to play something weird. I'm just using a rare spear. Just using a rare spear. No unique spear. The pops are Wind Dancer plus Herald of Ice. Oh no, yeah, it's very fun. Part of it, again, like if you go look through the history of my channel, I did so many Magma Barrier builds. I'm just like, I'm Magma Barriered out, you know? It is very satisfying. But in the last patch, I was using it to one-shot tier 4 Jet. So, like, no version of it in this patch does that. So I've been like, you know, I don't know, I'm Magma Barriered out. I'm just using a spear to try out spears with the style. I did two-handed maces on my Titan. I did one-handed maces on, or I did two-handed maces again on the Smith, but with a shield. And this one I'm just trying out spears. I might swap to maces by endgame, but I really like Thunderous Leap. I don't really have a plan. I don't really have much of a plan when I go into builds. Right now, I'm just trying to make Wind Dancer work with Herald of Ice. And I'm using Shield Charge. That is the plan. It is Herald of Ice, Wind Dancer with Shield Charge. Outside of that, it's just kind of like a science type thing, you know? Yeah, I'm over Resonating Shield. I've done so much Resonating Shield in 0.1, yeah. I'm pretty over Resonating Shield. Like, not over it, like, as it's not fun. Like, over it as in I need a break from it. Just because, like, yeah, I played a lot of Resonating Shield builds. I've been enjoying Rake and, like, the mobility options a lot this patch. Could you do this build with Smith? I don't know. I don't know. The reason I'm doing Warbringer is I'm trying to find ways to make Warbringer's armor break built into its skill trigger similar effects to the corrosion poison chaining. So it's possible that what I'm doing only works on Warbringer. It's possible it can transfer over with other ways or other things, but I don't know. Right now I'm just having, like, I don't assume this build is going to be better than the other two. Maybe it's better than the meme Titan build because the Titan was using shitty Mesa Strike, but I don't think this build can handle tier 3 Simulacrum. We'll see though. It might be able to tier 4 Jet. Have you looked at any Castle on Block builds? Nah, I'm not really interested in Castle on Block. At least not right now. No spells really interest me. I'm always like a melee boy in most games.
This is just the beginning. Drown in a sanguine flood.
But yeah, right now I'm mainly just in learn mode. Like, I'm trying to learn as much as I can going into 0.3, so like, who knows what I'm going to be playing on, let's say Druid comes out, right? Who knows what's going to be playable on Druid, right? Is Thorns going to be viable on launch? Should I be playing Wind Dancer, right? So, melee is ethical. I like melee. I've been a warrior main for like a majority of my life in WoW, and like, I always play like characters with big hammers and stuff. I always have like mage like alts. But I'm primarily a melee man. Alright, now here's the question. Do I do the war cries explode for extra AoE? Since I'm spamming Infernal Cry right now every 6 seconds. Because right now, it's no point in putting... I need the armor break on all damage. And I don't really need imploding impacts right now. The 25% increased break armor is nice. I don't really care about Jade Heritage. I don't like dying stuff. I don't give a shit about that. So yeah, I just think I take the Exploding Warcries.
I will carry the approach.
You don't really Thorns with Wind Dancer? You could, but I don't think you... Like, there's no... Like... While leveling, I think if you had the spirit, you would maybe put one in Scavenge Plating and then your second spirit gem into Wind Dancer, depending on how your gearing would look out. But eventually, when you got into endgame, you have to invest heavily into Thorns, or you have to invest heavily into Wind Dancer. Right now, melee skills does nothing for Thorns, so if you could get Wind Dancer's damage really high, just because you happen to have a good one-hander or something, but, like, you don't stack melee skills with Thorns, so it's just like... I just don't see it. Not right now, maybe in a future patch. But both are good enough to, like, level on their own. So, like, let's say they change Crown of the Pale King, like I hope they do. And what level are we? 36, 37? Okay. Let's say they changed Crown of the Pale King and it's more like we can play Thorns on launch because the effect is now a Spirit Gem. Then we're playing Thorns on launch. But if that's not the case, and Thorns is less like League Start viable, we might be League starting as a Wind Dancer Druid and being playing Bear form with Wind Dancer. So who knows? How is Wind Dancer on Ascendancies? I think, like, you could play Wind Dancers with most Ascendancies, most class. Like, Wind Dancer is very flexible. As long as you can deck stack, you can use Wind Dancer. I'm not going to spoil a lot of things I talk about in the video, but like my biggest requests for Thorns are I want them to make Crown of the Pale King affect a Spirit Gem of some sort. A starter Spirit Gem so everyone can start playing Thorns easily at level 10. Maybe built in the Scavenge Plating, ideally, since, like, no one uses Scavenge Plating, really, unless you're armor stacking, which is rare. And, yeah. So that would be the ideal scenario. And then you change Crown of the Pale King to where it lets you, it gives you the skill effect Retaliate. Right now, if you read the text on Thorns, it says, like, you retaliate your damage, right? The mechanic of Thorns is called retaliating. When you put on Crown of the Pale King, it gives you the skill Retaliate, which will then let you put support gems in Thorns as a skill. Because right now, one of the biggest complaints about Thorns is you should be able to put skill gems into it, or support gems into it. But I think if you just had Thorns on your gear and you had the skill Retaliate, that might be too OP. I think Crown of the Pale King should be made into a mid to high level helmet that gives you the Retaliate skill. That lets you put support gems into it. Because if we could put support gems into Thorns, that, like, solves all of our problems. Like, if Crown of the Pale King is a Spirit Gem that you can use from day 1, or from level 10, that solves all solo self-found problems. And if we could put support gems into a Thorns-like ability, Retaliate, that solves all late game scaling issues and lets the build be more versatile. I have a bunch of other requests in the video, but those are like my two major talking points at the beginning of the video. Is Thorn just needs a lot more ways you can enhance it, and it needs to be a lot, and needs to have a lot more open up to it. Because I don't mind Crown of the Pale King being required for Thorns, but it needs to be a good enough reason to, like, it needs to be something that scales in the late game. And helmets or things that have support gem sockets, like right now, my spear stabs only have 2 slots, right? Things like this, that would be how that helmet would work, right? So even if it was a low-level helmet, it would be fine, but it scales into endgame, because when you're level 90, you have 5 slots. So even if Crown of the Pale King worked exactly how it was, you just change it to giving you support gems, it suddenly has late-game scaling if you get more sockets over time. So I think, like, if those two things happen for Thorns, Thorns is like God tier. Oh, I already have both? Okay. I was on a little rant there, and I lost track of where I was in the game.
will best you.
I mean, the same exact idea, right, Jeremy? Like, Scavenge Plating could just be the Thorn support gem that gives the same stuff. I'm trying, like, GGG doesn't want to make things too OP, so I was trying to spread the mechanics out. I was trying, like, if you're going to remove something from Crown of the Pale King, right, and put it to a spirit gem, you have to find something that replaces it and keeps that helmet still viable. Applying that support gem thing to that instead of this the new spirit gem keeps Crown of the Pale King viable. Obviously, there's like 30 other mechanics we can add to Crown of the Pale King that would make it still viable for Thorns too, but that was my thought process there, is if you add those support gems to Crown of the Pale King's effect, like, you keep it meta for Thorns, but it has scaling. Because my problem with a lot of the uniques in this game right now is they just don't scale into endgame. And that would scale into endgame. In, like, a lot of ways, for obvious reasons. I love shield charge. Oh, you're saying the helm do that? I gotcha, I gotcha. I have streamer brain and I'm like half reading chat. I'm not good at that. Yeah, like imagine if you could put the armor explosion technique into Thorns, right? Like if we had a way to put the corrosion, poison, armor explosion technique into Thorns, we've solved all AoE problems on Thorns. We can map on Thorns, right? Like that solves everything. That's like my biggest hope, right? Like if we can put support gems in, if in 0.3 we can use the Crown of the Pale King effect from early levels, we can use the support gems, Barbs and Quill Burst from early levels. That's another big request in the video. Those support gems are tier 3 support gems. You can't league start Thorns without Barbs and Quill Burst. They are required for Thorns, right? They're level 3 support gems. When do you start getting level 3 support gems? It's like halfway through Cruel. Like, that's not till level 30, 40. So that's another reason why you can't league start Thorns. So, like, Thorns needs a lot of love to be able to league start it right now. Like, cleanly. Like, obviously I can sit there and trade, like, after hour 1 begging for someone to give me a Crown of the Pale King for 1 Exalt. But that's not ideal, right? Like, I don't want to be doing that for, like, a required big... Like, and if none of that happens, guess what? I play Wind Dancer. Unless Wind Dancer gets gutted... Wind Dancer works as a reflect style on League Start, so... Hopefully, since we know the release date of 0.3, we got about 2 months. I'm hoping to get this video out this weekend. And, you know, GGG said, or Jonathan said in that video, the balance team is on PoE 1 right now. So they haven't even started tweaking for 0.3 yet. I still got time to get them that video. Hopefully they see it. I made a post earlier that got a bunch of Thorns feedback from my community, so hopefully it's going to be a bunch of feedback in it. It's not going to be like a 40-minute video where I go over like every broken mechanic and stuff. It's going to be a 10 to 15-minute video that's digestible for the devs that only goes over the big points. Like, don't expect me to like go deep diving into every single mob type that like is frustrating with Thorns. Like, I'll be like, please take a look at the mob. Like, I'll obviously like make a glancing like message of it, like these bosses, these mob types, they're frustrating to deal with, and I'll show the most annoying ones. But like, I'm not going to like list like a 40-minute Word document like where I'm just talking over it. Like, you know, it's not going to be that kind of feedback video because we're still early access, and we know we're getting 0.3 and 0.4. So I want to get these fundamental problems fixed with Thorns. And then we'll go into the nitpicky as we get closer to 1.0. But we just need... Like, when I saw what they did from 0.1 to 0.2, they clearly give a shit about Thorns, right? Like, the addition of those support gems is huge. So, I think if we get a good feedback video to them with, like, the major problem with Thorns, we're going to get, like, some good changes. Because I think the changes I just gave are, like, obvious good changes. Like, maybe they can put their own different tweaks on them, but it's clear that Crown of the Pale... To me and everyone in my community that I talk to, it is clear that Crown of the Pale King's effect should be moved to a Spirit Gem. The #1 complaint I get about Thorns is I can't league start it. It's not solo self-found friendly. So I think it's like obvious that effect needs to be more accessible. Oh, I rolled back into that. That was dumb of me. Round 2. So my problem with a node is that limits it to one side of the tree, or the other side of the tree has to anoint it. I definitely want there to be Thorns passives, and I'm okay with them being on that side of the tree, but when it's on, like, when it's something that's required, that's on a node, that does not make it solo self-found friendly for all ascendancies. So my initial idea was agreed, like maybe you put Retaliate as a node, but that does not make it Thorns viable for, like, it would be on the warrior side of the tree, right? So that would not make Thorns viable as a league start for Monk, Shadow, all the witches, Sorcerer, like, you know, you get what I'm saying, like, that's my problem with Retal being a node. Maybe it's a node and then there's other ways of getting it for the other side of the tree, but I think it's cleaner, in my mind, as a spirit gem. I do think there will be a Thorns Ascendancy. I would be shocked if Druid or Templar, one of their Ascendancies has... If one of their Ascendancies doesn't have anything related to Thorns, I will be shocked. I'm not saying that no cap. I genuinely believe that. I can figure that out later. Oh, that's just trash. I'll just settle that. Smith could get one too. So I actually, one of my points in the video, Sour, is that body armor ascendancy. One of the questions asked is, can something Thorns happen for it? Because right now, Thorns is really hard to do as Smith because of that body armor ascendancy. You lose a lot of Thorns damage from your body armor. So that's like, that's one of my like last talking points in the script is Smith getting love for it, because I would, like, Smith is perfect for Thorns, but the body armor problem, it makes it too difficult. I think Druid, yeah, I think Druid, like a Brambly Porcupine Ascendancy makes the most sense to me, and even Bear, I assume, I do not know anything about what's coming, but I assume I'm going to be doing like a Bear Reflect style as a league start. In my head, Bear just sounds like the tank, right? So Bear Druid just seems like it will probably have a bunch of defensive stuff in its ascendancy. So I use that as my beef, and then I put all of my passives and stuff into either Wind Dancer, right? Like, what if Druid's bear form? Like, you know how the demon form for Infernalist, it has +6 to spell skills, +7 to spell skills at a high level, right? I assume Druid's bear form is going to have something like that, right? +6 to melee skills or something. So, if that's the case, it scales perfectly with Wind Dancer, right? This is all assumptions. But even then, though, like, without that, you could probably still do Wind Dancer. It's going to have, like you said, yeah, exactly, 3,000% armor. Druid seems like if it has bear form, Druid seems like a safe bet for league starting or flex style. It just seems like, but otherwise, like, when all the Ascendancies is out, like, this is my first time playing Smith of Katava on that last character I released. I love that Ascendancy. When all characters are out, I see me playing Smith so much for, like, weird off-meta styles that, like, are like, if you're not, like, a skill that's, like, Lightning Spear that, like, one-shots everything from a mile away, Smith of Katava is the best Ascendancy in the game. Like, you don't have to worry about anything but offense. Like, because you got defense from your Ascendancy. Like, I am in love with Smith of Katava. If I wasn't just messing around learning stuff right now, like, if we restarted the league, I would be playing something Smith. Smith is so good. And I'm hoping Bear Druid's the same. I'm hoping Bear Druid is just like... just giga stacked on something that's just like defensive. Like whether it's armor or, I don't know, recoup. Yeah, I was aware of that. Yep. Though, anytime you, like, those gain extra damage as elemental stuff, that works on a surprising a lot of things. I'm actually kind of abusing that technique on this build. Part of the reason why I'm getting these explosions is because I'm doing a weird tech, so I have, Volcanic Skin Anointed. Gain 8% of damage as extra fire damage. Okay, which I also have another gain 12% of physical damage as 8% fire damage, and I'm combining this with Wind Dancer by using Embitter. Oh, this is only support skills. Shit. Oh wait, no, right. If supported skills would gain extra damage of any other type than cold, they would gain extra cold damage instead. So I'm stacking all that bonus damage stuff in the Wind Dancer right now. I am converting it to cold via Embitter, which is getting my initial freezes. But I don't even need to freeze to get the shatter procs from Herald of Ice because I'm using this ring. And yeah. But yeah, those gain extra stuff is really nice. I've been playing with the idea of some form of wand Thorns build for a while. Like on Bira's, I was like, I tested a lot play testing using that added damage tech with wands with the Bira's Thorns build. The problem is I just never have enough currency to invest in stuff that like really matters, so it's hard to know. It's like that stuff could be good if you invested like 50 divines into it and really juiced it, but... Oh, what's up, dude? I would love Chernobog. You know that meme from the Fairly Odd Parents guy, where he has like that trophy case, and he's like, this is where I'd put my trophy if I had one? That's how I feel about Chernobog Shield. Like, I'm that guy, but about Chernobog. Like, yeah. In so many of my builds, I see, hey dude, are you thinking about Chernobog? Or hey dude, why aren't you using Chernobog? And it's like, I would love to be using Chernobog, you know? I would just love it. No, I don't, like, ask again, and like, if you're watching in a month, ask again. I'm still very hesitant on taking stuff from viewers. I've had people offer a lot. I come from WoW where that's like very taboo. And also like because they like auto ban you for like getting handouts and stuff of large amounts of gold, but like to me I've always like there's a hesitation I have about it where like people will be like, he got that Chernobog from a viewer, he's not authentic. Like that error I'm trying to avoid right now. I might be overthinking that because there are plenty of PoE creators that do take stuff from viewers, especially towards the end of the league. And especially since the reason is science, right? But I still haven't popped that cork yet. Because part of my reasoning avoiding it too is like once I start taking that stuff from viewers, maybe I don't have the self-control to like delay it until 2-3 months into the season, right? I'm sure at some point I'll lighten up about it, but yeah. The TLDR of that rant is I'm autistic and I overthink everything. But that is my hesitation there. I've had this discussion with many PoE creators, and they say that the air around that kind of stuff is a lot lighter here. I mean, you have entire creators like MP who do those big, like, creator-funded things, and, like, those are super popular and cool here, right? And GGG won't ever ban him for taking that kind of stuff, right? But my concern is, like, I'm not saying you did this, but, like, what if you swiped your credit card, spent $100, bought that Chernobog, and then gave it to me, right? In World of Warcraft, if you did something like that, I would be at risk of ban, even though you bought it and gave it to me. I know that would never happen in PoE. I've been told that GGG never does that kind of stuff, but, and I know that you did not do that, but there's another concern I have with taking handouts from viewers, is because, like, I don't want people like, oh, but I want to help Kal figure out his build, so I'm going to swipe my credit card and then go buy a bunch of currency, you know? There's a... Again, I'm overthinking it here. It might be a point where, like, I just have, like, community members I trust to give me handouts from, and that's where I start from. Like, you know, someone like you I trust to, like, lend me something. Like, I know it's not malicious would be the starting point, but yeah, I overthink things. So I have a high-level skill gem that I can use because there's items that give levels to melee skills on them. Hisukamaru. And Wind Dancer is a melee skill. So this gem is only a level 10 gem. You see, like in the top left corner, it says levels from gem 10. Right here. So this is only a level 10 gem, but it's plus 8. Because I've got plus 3, I got plus 2 on my necklace, I got plus 2 on my gloves, and I got plus 3 on my spear. And the way you get sockets is there's a currency in the game. They're called Jeweler's Orbs. You use those on your items. So, like, you see how this is, like, your disengage, right? Like, this is probably what your skills look like. They only have 2 sockets. So, if I put a lesser Jeweler's Orb on it, it'll upgrade it to 3 sockets. Or like with Herald of Ash, you don't even have to use a lesser Jeweler's Orb. You can skip it, a greater Jeweler's Orb, and that puts it to 4 sockets. And then there's the perfect Jeweler's Orb that makes it a 5 socket. So if you're fresh starting, you unfortunately have to wait till you get these things as drops, or you can trade through them through the trade vendor. I'm glad you liked the build, though. I hope this helps. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I've been raid logging SOD for a while, and I love my guild. They're playing MOP. I don't know how much MOP I'm going to play. It sounds like MOP's coming out around the same time as 0.3, so I might not have time for MOP. I'm pretty checked out on MOP, though. I might be done with WoW until Classic Plus. To me, SOD died a lot in Phase 2 and Phase 3. Like, the GDKB ban was the first thing that killed SOD for me. And then just, like, so many other changes killed SOD for me. So I've just been kind of like, the only reason I play SOD anymore is because I love my guild. I don't like the game much anymore. And I don't know if I'm going to play MOP. I'm probably AFK until Classic Plus, but we'll see. I've never joined a Warrior until your build. I love Warriors, man. I'm trying to make them as fun as I can get them. It's really fun. I like this style a lot. Just like Wind Dancer is probably a go-to style I'll be playing for a while. Oh, that's cool. I mean, yeah, like, I don't have problems with that, man. Like, just to give the perspective to the YouTube people, he said, yeah, we did a weird guild thing last city where a guild leader really wanted strong 2-hammer, so we cut collecting 80 plus whites to give him, and I let him, like, stack and, like, craft and stuff. Like, that stuff's cool. Like, maybe one day I have a community guild where we're, like, farming stuff like that to, like, eventually do weird projects and stuff. That sounds fun to me, but, like, when I come from WoW, like, a lot of, like, that, like, when it comes to streamers and their communities, especially early on, like, back in the Kata and WoD and even Legion days, streamers were very manipulative of their audiences, because a lot of WoW players are kids, And in WoW, you can swipe to buy gold, so like you're like getting your viewers to buy gold, to give you gold, and it got really grimy in WoW. Oh, Vertex got ruined. Yeah, the Vertex got ruined. I wouldn't recommend Vertex anymore. On all of my stat stacking builds, I try to path over here to get this stuff. If you're doing a stat stacking style with two-handers. But you don't need that much stat stacking for this. Only if you're like trying to do Giant's Blood. You should be able to work in Wind Dancer and like maxing strength. Like you should be able to get 200 strength and dex by endgame without this area. Like by level 90 is when you would need 200 strength and dex, right? For the level 20 skill gems. But yeah. But yeah, I feel bad because a lot of people, like some people like who are just now starting to play the game, they're like, I can't afford your build, or like you're leveling with these 5 links, and I feel bad. And but it's like we're 2 months into the league, I can't, you know, I can't not. I don't want to like not level without with the fun stuff, you know. Which one's Hammer of Faith? Is that the one that gives you the shrine buffs? Let me read YouTube chat. I didn't respond to anyone in YouTube in a moment. Yeah, I'm hoping in... Hey, Lucas, how you doing, bro? Yeah, everything I use, I'm not a solo self-found player. Like, I do trading and stuff. It's just currency I farm. My problem is, like, I could afford expensive builds if I didn't make alternate characters all the time. Usually when I finish a character, I sell their good gear so I can afford the next new character. And when you're doing science, you waste a lot of currency. So it's just like, if I only played one character for like a month straight, I would have so much divines. But my problem is, like, I get bored a week into a character and I re-roll. Or in this case, I played the Smith of Kataba for like 4 days and I'm on to the next character. Though I think my Smith might be my main for this, like my main currency farm character right now. I love my Smith. Oh yeah, I've probably, like, this patch, I've spent definitely over 100 million gold respecking. For sure. Yeah, gold is a huge dump. There's so much time that I have to sit there farming gold. Well, usually what I do to farm gold is I pick up every map I see on the ground. And then I upgrade them all with, like, exalted orbs, regal orbs, and stuff. And, like, the bad ones I vendor. Because a waystone's always so well. And if I'm super desperate, you can go into TFT and, like, someone will sell you a stash tab of waystones for, like, a couple divines. And you can get a few million gold that way. I'm doing a Wind Dancer Ice Reflect build right now. We're gonna do a Freeze Dancer Warbringer. And then I'm thinking maybe Arctic Armor. We haven't done any Arctic Armor builds in a while. But I'm still on the Wind Dancer train right now. I'm really having fun with Wind Dancer. I'm trying to see how many Wind Dancer styles I can make. Because, again, I have a feeling I'm either playing Wind Dancer or Thorns for 0.3 launch. And I'm preparing for, like, a world where I might be playing Wind Dancer. I might have gone the wrong way. This doesn't feel like the right way. I'm going to keep going it, though. No, I haven't tried it yet. Oh, this is not the right way. Nope, I've already moved on to the next character. No, I'm only level 39 right now. Okay, more attack damage. Nice. I don't like using Trample Toes. Trample Toes are boring. They're like deepest tower for me. Like, I could see maybe using Trample Toes, like, on a super tryhard character, but... I don't know, Trample Toes, to me, they're like the Herald tech from Zero... Like, they're like Deepest Tower and the Herald tech, like, in terms of, like... When you're doing when you're using Trample Toe, you're doing a Trample Toe build. If that makes sense. Like, Trample Toe becomes the build. It's that good of an item. And I don't know what it is about items like that, but that's, like... That's how I feel about, like, the Deepest Tower and stuff. You're doing a Deepest Tower build, and it's like, I don't like that for some reason. I don't mind doing one build that uses Trample Toes, but I feel like literally every single build you play, if you can work Trample Toe into it, you should. Right? Like, it's just that good of an item, and I don't like that for some reason. That just, like, to me, that makes it boring. Because I legit think Trample Toe can go into, like, half the builds in the game. If you do not need the boot slot for stats, you could use Trample Toe. Like, it's freaking nuts. It is not... I get so lost sometimes. I know you're just supposed to follow the road, but when I'm reading chat and I just, like, go in the direction... I get lost easily, and like Act 3 is like the most lost I get.
Forward! I'm not ready.
Yeah, that's why I'm leveling with this item right now, Pariah's Embrace. It's a nice chest piece that gives you life regen, 50 spirit, and a bunch of stats and stuff. But yeah, that's one of the paint problems is like getting spirit. I mean, that could be it too, Lucas. Like, that's why you'll never hear me call for a nerf. I'm just not going to use it right now, right? Like, there is a world, right? Like, look at the effects we're learning right now with these multi-clear screen clearing effects. If these stay around, right? Like, Trample Toe becomes less relevant when we have all these screen clearing effects, right? Like, when there's as good ones. So, I'm not saying Trample Toe should be nerfed. It's just right now when I look at Trample Toe, yeah, it just becomes the build to me. Because, like, if I had Trample Toe, I would, like, get rid of so much stuff. I wouldn't feel the need to invest in the cool things. I don't have a guide out for this character yet. I don't like getting guides out early to, like, get people leveling on it early because I don't know what's good and what's bad. Yeah, this build, that's an old build, Marco. The build I'm playing right now isn't... I don't have a mobalytics for.
Every step is
But yeah, right now I'm just doing Wind Dancer. This shield isn't needed. This shield I took for shield charge. Shield charge scales off the armor of your shield, and this is just like a really high armor shield at this level bracket. And it's got, like, good effects with it. But this is not needed for the effect I'm doing. This is just, like a good, like, leveling shield to have, right? With shield charge specifically. The only thing that's needed for the way I'm playing this is all the skill gems level stuff. And then this is, like, what makes the Herald of Ice proc. I refuse to say its name because I say it wrong all the time. Porcirclone? Porcirclone? I don't know how to say it. Porcirclone? Something like that. I'm scaling my cold damage through Embitter. If supported skills would gain extra damage of any type other than cold, they gain cold damage instead. I have this that's giving me gain 8% of damage as extra fire damage. So this is giving me 8% of damage as extra cold damage. I have this that gain 12% of physical damage as extra fire damage. So this is giving me extra cold damage. So now... No, too many people are typing exclamation point build. My mobile Linux is not right. That's my, I'm pretty sure that's my ritualist. I don't have a mobile Linux for this character yet. I just started leveling it. But I do plan on making a leveling and endgame guide for it, so... You can start leveling my, with my, Smitha Katava version. But I don't have anything set up for this character yet. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it Polyring. I need to use Thunder Sleep more. Thunder Sleep is awesome. That's part of the reason why I'm just testing out using a one-handed spear. It's because Thunder Sleep's awesome. I just, like, I'm not used to using it. I just gotta spam it more. And also, like, these attack skill stuff, like, this is definitely not the optimal way of leveling. I'm just doing silly shit. I doubt, like, these attacks damage things are in the final build, but maybe they are. It's a good way to scale Herald of Ice's damage. I really want to see how it does it in, mapping. Shield Charge can obviously kill Tier 4 Jet. I'm not worried about Shield Charge. Arctic Armor sucks because Arctic Armor only hits whoever melee striked you. Like, Arctic Armor does no AoE. So Arctic Armor is just Thorns without being able to, without the helmet. You know? So the only way you can really make Arctic Armor core to a Reflect build is if you do, like, that weird Pathfinder stuff I did in that build that GGG featured. So, like, Arctic Armor, yeah, Arctic Armor is, like, not comparable to any of the other Reflect skills. Like, the only way you make Arctic Armor work is like I did it in 0.1, and it was very meme. It could clear Waystone 15s, but, like, if it didn't melee hit you, you were screwed. Wind Dancer is, like, right now, the ultimate Reflect skill. Magma Barrier, when it gets buffed, it's damage. Where am I going? Magma Barrier and Thorns can, like, compete with Wind Dancer eventually. Like, they're, like, I would say, like, Wind Dancer is, like, right now, an A tier, an S tier skill for AoE in terms of Reflect. But it's, like, maybe D tier for bossing. Thorns and Magma Barrier. Thorns is like A tier for bossing, but like F tier for AoE. It's a little bit better now with the Herald of Blood tech, so maybe it's D tier with AoE now. And then Magma Barrier is like C tier for both now. Though I have not played Magma Barrier yet. I could be sleeping on it, but again, I played it when it was the most OP skill in the game. Rip. Hope it's not bottom left. What's pure chaos, Lucas? Is that a passive? Is that an item? Because, yeah, right now I have anointed volcanic skin. If that's a passive, I could try getting volcanic skin or that passive as a one of those diamonds. Yeah, I was asking what it is. It's a passive. Pure... It's one of these ones over here, I assume. So that's actually a cheaper anoint than this one. So... I wonder... Well, I just find whichever one I can put in a from nothing... What are those diamonds called that have the passives on them? Megalomaniacs, that's right. Yeah, Megalomaniac. Yeah, that's smart. No. Like... All of this stuff you can get is like, if I'm doing I'm an imbiter cheese, like, yeah, that's a good idea. So thank you, good idea. I'll see if I can get a good Megalomaniac with one of those two, and then we'll see how that feels. I'll be 11%, whatever. Like anything is good, right? Like all of that is good for enabling whatever freeze cheese I'm doing. If the freeze cheese is gonna work in endgame. Getting all that stuff is just huge. And I thought I actually typed gain or something, gain damage or something, and I looked in the tree for all the nodes that I could find, and I guess I missed that one or I typed the wrong thing.
Incredible and terrifying wonders.
I love Thunder Sleep. I assume in ultra late game I might be forced to run the Giant's Blood and have to do a two-handed mace for the extra 7 melee skills, but I'm trying to keep spears for as long as I can. Obviously you could do a weapon swap for the spear for mobility, but I just hate weapon swapping.
Your flesh. Not a chance. I'm not ready. Touch your cold pick. Be consumed. Touch your I do not fear the fire. It is mine to shape.
All ingenuity never ceases to amaze me.
Alright, we're gonna get a good vibe of how this build, the freeze version, feels.
Runes. I can make up symbols for blood and offering.
Madness in the bones, gotcha. We'll see if I can get an interesting Megalomaniac version and then anoint the other. You can also get some anoints as enchant, or some passes as enchants. Yeah, my bonus gain of these types. I have Burning Strikes right here, which is just in the path, right? So it was an easy 12% grab. Ideally, I don't see me actually passing up here. Like, there's no way I go up this way, right? Like, at some point, this is just like cheese leveling for extra damage, but when my gear is better, I assume I won't be going this way for this stuff. I will probably be getting offensive stance, getting lay siege, and then maybe pathing up here and getting Giant's Blood and the tribute stuff. I have no idea what the end game is going to look like, but yeah, we're just being weird. We're being weird. Well, that's just shield charge. Shield charge is good, guys. Like, I love shield charge builds. I had 3 of them in 0.1, and yeah, it's my first time actually playing it again in 0.2. I love shield charge. It's so powerful.
The apex. It's opening.
If you have, like, all you need for shield charge, like, the melee skills help a lot, but for shield charge, all you need is a high armor shield. Like, if you're leveling a warrior or a class using a shield early on, like on a league start, and you get a high armor shield as a drop, just play shield charge for a bit. Shield charge is crazy. So, I don't know, like, I leveled a Lich for a bunch of fun Thorn stuff like that, and that Unholy Might passive for Thorns specifically, one of them was bugged. The one that, like, you gain the secondary one, the upgrade one, that was bugged with Thorns. I assume it's not bugged with Wind Dancer, but ever since I ran into that bug with Lich, I've been, like, deterred from playing. And then on my Lich, I did my Minion Swarm build, and then that build got nerfed halfway through playing it, so I'm playing Lich again eventually. I'm just still salty. Only one div, nice, yeah. I've been selling a lot, so this build has gotten super popular, and a lot of the gear, like the downgrades that I've replaced, or items that I'm no longer using on my Titan, are like selling for a lot. Like I sold one of my old gloves for 15 divine this morning. I had 0 divine this morning. I was like going to be bitching on stream all day about how I'm broke, but I sold my old gloves this morning for 15 divine. So as like my old Titans gear starts selling, I'm sure I'll be able to upgrade this guy's gear and future characters' gear. Rip. Rip. Look at all these fantastic dead ends. One here, one here. I doubt it's up, so we're gonna go down and right. Maybe it was up. I wish Leap Slam felt this good. I wish Leap Slam didn't scale off of attack speed or whatever it scales off of. Thunder Sleep just feels so much better. Leap is so slow, dude. I only use it if I have to use it.
Don't worry. I can solve this. This is all just a misunderstanding.
Which one of you activated the gate? Which one of you is a Val blood?
Why, that was me, of course. I am Alva the Lion.
No, don't! She's my friend!
Take her!
No!
Bring her to Doriani.
No!
As for you, I will pay back every drop of Val blood you have spilled. Bow to your queen or die!
I'm not ready.
You will fall from this. You are nothing but a locust.
I don't know who that was.
I can't yet.
I think she got teleported away. I heard she's like a boss in PoE 1 or something, so like maybe that's why she got ported away. It wasn't her time to die. Oh hey, the heart, the heart.
Corruption beats within this heart.
Agreed. Developers need to let us break the what is it, the third wall, fourth wall more. I should be able to save these NPCs. I know it's coming. Let me get in front of her. Like, what are we talking about? I can attack. Like, I see the future, DGG. I know she's about to take my friend.
I'm not ready.
I imagine this file's gonna be fun in endgame. I wonder how well it can do in sim. I bet I can get it to kill tier 4's jet, but sim's the one I'm curious about. I'm gonna try an overleech style. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if it's gonna be good on the Warbringer, but I'm gonna use that one block ascendancy. Got one block passive. And try and overleech it up. The overleech thing might be better with Thorns instead of Wind Dancer, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I love it. Every time. I love the ice explosions. I'll never not be a fan of Herald of Ice. It got out of control in 0.1 because of monks and all the Herald tech, but like, if we're being honest, Herald of Ice is cool. All the heralds are pretty cool, visually.
I need more time.
CPU doesn't like, yeah. My computer lag's really bad. It's crashed a few times playing the poison build, so I need an upgrade. Okay. Might take this block stuff now. So it'll be before long we have our turtle charm stuff going. Might put on the anvil in late game. Ooh, yay. Well, eventually Cruel's just gonna be gone. I'm hoping Acts 4, 5, and 6 are sooner rather than later. I'm sure it would take too much dev time to do that weird thing. And I feel like they'd rather have that effort point toward 4, 5, and 6. Come on. Alright, see how much damage I do to Doriani.
There is power.
Alright, let's just get this block shit.
Or in brutality.
We're here, might as well get it. And we'll be using it whenever we respec, so might as well put points into it now. Probably should have been what I put points into originally, but we're being greedy for damage. God, I hope this patch is awesome, by the way. Like, I'm so excited for the new uniques. For some reason, I have hopes for a Thorns unique, but it might be Copium. Melee skills definitely helps a lot, yeah. Because once you get to, like, around level 30 Spirit Gem level, like, the damage really starts spiking. Like every level helps. Like,
This is Dariani.
sure, the difference between like a 38 and a 39 isn't. That's not the build I'm playing right now. I should at least link my Smith version though. What of Matswatsi? Smith. You can at least look at my Smith version. But this is the Warbringer I'm leveling. I don't have a mobilytics for it yet. Nope, I just started this character today. I'm not going to make a mobilytics before I start leveling, you know? That'd be weird. Or that's weird to me. 'Cause I don't know what it's going to look like when I'm done with the stream. Okay. Well, I'm already level 43. I'm happy about that.
Fool, there is no time for this.
We'll be in red maps by tomorrow night for sure.
Cease your assault.
Okay.
I'm not
Go.
ready.
Stop this at once. I take no pleasure in harming one of my own, but if you persist, I will do her what I must.
Ow. I'm almost there. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. She's dead.
So, at the eve of the end,
The demon of Matswatsi.
has finally come for
No, I missed.
Inevitable. This ends you to the greater good.
I love shield charge.
Let's see how you handle this. Shadow of the reactor.
Come on, man, just phase.
I must save my people.
Do you know why we're here?
It happened.
It cannot be stopped.
It can't. It's gonna happen. And we're gonna do it again in Cruel, dude.
Let's see you survive this.
I'll survive it.
Nothing will stand in my way. Do not fear me. Not now. How could this happen? All I've done. All that I sacrificed.
Your people cannot.
I mean, that would be
saved.
cool.
History is
I would love
already
that.
written.
That sounds fun.
You can stay here and die, or come with us and help save the future.
For some reason, a lot of people think Acts 4, 5, and 6 are soon, though. I don't know why.
must be protected. I do know of a way to contain the beast.
Best you start talking then. My friend here isn't exactly the peacemaking type.
No, I kill so many people, dude.
There is an ancient
So
weapon.
I would have killed your bitch ass if you didn't stand down. This Doriani guy, he's really nothing. He's really nothing. I actually like Doriani, though. He seems cool. The Val don't seem cool, though.
Fight.
By the first one. You're alive.
I'm glad the milk now. I would appreciate it if you could.
That was rude.
Don't do this. I'm not ready. I can't. I'm sorry, Brock. It was me or you.
Well done. Please come and...
Father.
It's because... Now you could channel your violence against this devourer, as Finn calls it. We'd be in debt. Stick to the cairns.
The Count must die for what he has done to us.
Alright, actual fun act that I can fly through in like an hour. Unlike Act 3, which takes 2.5 hours. I don't think it actually took that long. Ooh, that explosion was nice. Bira! Where are you, Bira? Who's Woods?
I need more time.
Oh, here she is. I get some cooldown reduction. I don't think I have any cooldown reduction on shield charge right now. I am super hyped for 4, 5, and 6. Oh man, like, I don't know. Again, I don't want to like simp for the game too much, but the game is amazing to me, and it's only going to get like literally exponentially better. Like add 4, 5, and 6 doesn't make the game additively better, right? Like it's not like you're just adding like double the content, right? Like it's way more. It has way more impact on the game than that. It is, like, exponentially valuable just from adding that. So it's like, the game is going to get way different over time. And, like, it's already so good. So, I am very hyped for 4, 5, and 6. Like, I don't... So, like, in that interview, GGG said that... or maybe it was a different interview. I think it was the Try interview. They said that... there are more bosses that are not in Act 1, 2, and 3 right now. Like, there were supposed to be more bosses. There was supposed to be a big boss in every single zone. And they're like, and Mark was, or Jonathan was like, yeah, that's going to be added soon. Like, not even just in Act 4. Like, when you think about endgame mapping, how we already have so many bosses in it, Acts 4, 5, and 6 are going to add more bosses. But then Act 1, 2, and 3 are somehow getting more bosses. Which is crazy. The bossing is already the best part of the game. It's just crazy.
These were not my ancestors, but I still respect their valor.
Yeah, I'm just hyped. And then we're missing, like, all those league mechanics that, like, there are entire league mechanics in PoE 1 that people only play, right? Like Delve. There's nothing in this game like Delve. Like, the level, and, like, who knows if they do something crazy in the new Delve, or like every like X amount of floors there's a new boss. Like, the amount of bosses that are getting added to this game is going to be crazy. And yeah, to me the bossing's the best part. Yeah, I know, like, I never got into PoE and when Delve was a big thing. Like, when I was big into PoE, it was a long time ago, like a Ritual League. But, like, when people tell me about Delve, like, Delve sounds like the thing I want to farm forever. Like, if I play this upcoming PoE 1 League, like, I might be spamming a buttload of Delve. Because, like, Delve just seems like... What, to me, I love mindless grinds. And it sounds like Delve is just like the mindless of grinds. Like the mindlessest of mindlessless grinds. That was a cool explosion. I've been playing PoE since its early access, but I quit before it got good for some reason. Before it got really good. It's always been good. But the last league I remember tryharding in was Ritual League.
There is nothing left to defend.
And that was forever ago. I have played some of the leagues since Ritual League half-assed. But, like, the last league I tryharded in and made, like, a deep endgame run was Ritual League. And the game has, like, evolved so much since then. Like, it's not even the same game anymore.
I would if you find a mine down there.
46. Oh, I haven't looked at my gear. I have a bunch of gear. 45 ring. Strength Dex, Fire Res, Leech. .44 belt. Helmet with strength, resistances, max life. I give up a gem skill level. That's fine to keep for now. I'll swap to this in mapping. This can stay on for the campaign. Necks are fine. Next shield's at 48, that's soon. When's my next spear? 50, that's soon. Is this a good spear? Oh yeah, it is. It's got a lot of lightning damage. Okay. I'll test Painter's Glove again at some point. Endgame helmet. That's trash. It's old thing. Okay. We'll go ahead and plop that in there.
Stop by then. He lives up to his reputation.
I don't think so. I don't know. I haven't, like, tested for that kind of stuff. Oh, I thought I got the Grillwood waypoint. I fucked up. The reason why I think it works on Smith, Warbringer and not Smith is because Warbringer can armor break from its ascendancy with all damage. Very easily. Because of Anvil's weights. So you can just kind of like slap armor explosion into Herald of Ice, and you don't have to worry about the poison breaking armor via corrosion, that whole technique. Like, I'm trying to subvert that technique via Warbringer specifically. If there's a way to make it work with Herald of Ice, I have not tried, but like it could work. But the way I'm specifically setting it up is for a Warbringer. So Where is the waypoint? Nice, strip gem. Also, I don't even know if the ice version is going to be good long-term, Admiral Poppy. Like, it's working right now in the campaign, but that's because, you know, I'm making Wind Dance. I'm like, this isn't a solo self-found setup, right? I've got a bunch of melee skills that are carrying this stuff. Like, I don't know if the ice is going to be, like, multi-square clearing as well as, like, the poison stuff. Like, I don't know, so it's hard for me to, like, give you a direction to go. Or, like, you know, the answer there. Because it might not even work here. I think it will.
I remember this place.
What happened here?
Yep, only one way to find out. I mean, that's what I'm using this time in the season for. To learn and test stuff.
There'll be no...
See, that I don't know that, Matthew Campio. I'll just call you Matthew. I don't know that. I'm not a math guy. I try and say that in all of my videos. Like, I don't sit there and path of building, because one, path of building is just bugged right now a lot of the time and wrong. And two, I'm just not a math guy. Like, I'm not a, yeah. So, like, and I don't have a bunch of currency to, like, actually manually test that. Like, I can't, like, test level 5 versus level 4 at a high DPS, level 7 versus level 6 at a high DPS. Like, I don't have the currency to test that stuff. That's, yeah. I'm not the guy to answer that question, unfortunately. I hope one day I can answer those questions for people via path of building having better support, or just like me learning that stuff from the community, but the moment you say, well, I have to sit there and math and learn my builds, I don't want to do the build anymore. But yeah, I don't know, like, both are very important. I don't know if there's, like, you need to get to level 35 and then the damage is more important or something. Like, I'm curious that too, but I don't know. On my Smith, though, I am only using one weapon for melee skills, and my Wind Dancer is doing fine, so...
For a moment, everything felt alive.
Baited. What's a Timmy? Is a Timmy a newbie? I've heard of Andes before, but I've never heard of a Timmy. Noob, huh? I like that term, Timmy. I like that more than PoE newbie, so I like that term. I'll probably start using it. I'm glad, Soul.
Is that the wandering druid? I'm not ready. I need more time.
Alright, 3 levels for a new shield. And all the new shield does, again, armor is what scales shield charge damage. So the upgrading the shields is just to make sure my shield charge can boss. So all I did was just get a couple of cheap shields that had high armor value. Like, I literally just went to the shop, sorted by armor, and bought ones that were like 1 exalt each. Like, that's how I got my shields.
Quickly! My family has been abducted!
Yeah, Matthew, I wish I knew that information. That was just me explaining why I didn't know. It's just like, I wouldn't even know how to begin testing that, and like I know it sounds easy, but like I'm dumb.
Back in their graves.
Maybe I'm lazy is the right answer, but I don't actually. I don't know. Cause like maybe the dual wielding of 2-handers is bait. Like maybe you don't actually need it to go all the way up to 40. Cause sometimes these tooltips are wrong. Sometimes, like in 0.1, so many tooltips were just wrong with how they scaled damage. And, yeah. I'm excited to see how this build performs in maps. Like, it's gonna be good. It's just like, how good can I get it to, like, is it like nerfing yourself playing this meme freestyle versus the poison style? Because obviously the poison style is just like default. You should do that on like all builds, right? But like, how good is the freestyle comparatively?
Your way has no place here, Karui.
Really? Karui?
I need more time. Your cruelty was immortalized in... I need more time.
Well, Cold was really good in 0.1, but they gutted Freeze. Like, Freeze was actually kind of, like, on par with Lightning in terms of overpoweredness at the beginning of 0.1. Like, you could chain Freeze bosses, and Freeze actually had a place, especially when people weren't one-shotting bosses. But now everyone just one-shots every boss, and, Freeze is, like, really, like, not good. Like, you can freeze the boss once, and then it has a long cooldown, and... yeah. Chain freeze isn't really enabled anymore. It's gonna be over here, I know it. Oh yeah, no. Balancing freeze in particular is going to be very difficult for GGG. I was surprised it was even a mechanic in the game when it first got introduced, because it was like, oh, that's crazy. That's insanely hard to balance. Lightning is like easy to balance. Like, Lightning has one purpose. It's to do damage, and it's to look cool while you do its damage, right? Like, Lightning's simple to balance. It's, And the reason why fire is hard to balance for them is because of poison. Because in my head, the way you make fire, like, here's how I enable fire, right? Easiest way to enable fire is if Herald of Ash spread it ignite. Right? Like, if Herald of Ash spreads ignite, then suddenly fire is enabled in a lot of ways, and then you just buff its single target to where it can, like, where it's better, like, bleed. But when you do that, you have so much overlap with poison. Poison, like right now the way Herald of Plague is set up, you can't do that. So like Herald of, like, so fire is just like, the problem with fire, there's so many ways they could scale fire, but they're already scaling those ways through bleed, poison, and lightning. So they're avoiding overlap between, because like if you just make fire, spread, or chain, it's just like lightning and poison, and there's no diversity there, right? But you also have bleed in the game, where bleed is this dot that just deals a lot of damage. So do you just make ignite the magical version of bleed? Is that boring and like is that fun enough? Like, so fire in particular is in a really tough spot. And I don't know what they'll do about it. I'm not sure. No way, the boss is right here, is it? It is. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate that. I just don't like the idea of fire being pigeonholed into the crit play style. Like, that's my only issue there. Is in like, then the fire is synonymous with being crit, and like, that's not necessarily bad, but it's also not. I mean, it's not good, right? Like, but right now, like, yeah, they have a lot of ailment types. So unfortunately, they're just gonna have to bite the bullet and accept that there's gonna be some overlap. Because again, the best thing I would think for fire would is if you can make ignite spread, then like so many fire builds get enabled at least for mapping.
My family. This doesn't make any sense.
But you can't right now.
Those bastard Eternals. I must make them. Hey! I must make them suffer.
I need more time. I'm not ready. Hunt with the first ones, old man. You've earned it.
Yeah, like it's just not that good because I mean the reason it's not good I think is because of poison. That's my guess. Is like they want poison to be the AoE spread element, and they don't want ignite to be doing that on a really good level. So like now, and they want bleed to be that single target DPS ailment. So like fire's in this awkward spot where it like does everything in a way but half-assed, and I get why. But I assume a lot's gonna. Jonathan said 0.3 is gonna be a crazy patch, so you can imagine a lot of the bad stuff's getting buffed to nuts. Oh, I mean, I can't wait for the patch we're getting this week. 0.3, like, August is going to be nuts, but even, like, the fact that we're still getting good patches with new content coming, I'm hyped. Yeah, it's part of the reason why I'm leveling alts, is because I don't want to be doing Atlas stuff until the new patch. Yeah, melting armor would be cool.
Rage all you want, beast.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about with the YouTube chat, Estro. I don't have my YouTube chat on screen. It's just not good. And the reason why I think it's not good is because they don't want it to compete with poison spreading. Maybe they're just unaware of how bad it is, but that would be my guess as to why it's bad, is because poison right now is the ailment that's AoE clearing, and they gave Ignite a way to do it, but it's kind of like a bum way. That's like my justification for why they made it so bad, because it's fucking awful. Like, I hope it's just not just a numbers oversight on their end. Okay, how do I want to path there? I think I'm just gonna path this way. Get that. Then maybe even that, and then I path up here and get Giant's Blood for endgame. I don't know. Endgame's gonna look way different than this setup. We'll just keep doing our thing. Well, the problem with the Pathfinder version is you can't increase its AoE. What's funny is Herald of Plague is better than the Pathfinder Ascendancy. So while you can do that, that's how I did my Arctic Armor build, which you can't do anymore because you need martial weapons to use Herald of Plague. I mean, you can make, like, so you have to do it through Pathfinder. But that's the only reason I would do it on a Pathfinder. It's for the Arctic Armor build, but that build's just not good anymore, in my opinion. Not compared to Wind Dancer. Oh, wow, really drop. That sounds awesome. Doubles the damage, yeah. I haven't played PoE 1 in so long. Like, I'm just like... I basically have, like, a no PoE knowledge anymore. It's changed so much. Which is why I'm not expecting to actually make any builds during 3.26. Like, I'll probably stream me playing it. But, like, there's no way I make a build in 3.26. Like, I don't, like... PoE 2 is a blank canvas, so, like, a noob like me can get away with making builds because, like, there's just so much that people don't know. And, like, there's so many people not trying certain archetypes. But in PoE 2, like, or PoE 1, that game requires, like, so much math to, like, to be able to get to, like, Shaper and stuff. Like, there's no way I can make a functioning build in that game. There's no way I make a build guide. Like, unless 3.26 announces there's Thorns uniques, and, like, new Thorn support in that game, I don't, like, see me making a build for the game. I'm definitely going to play it, but there's no way I'm good enough to make a build in that game without angering all the PoE 1 players. Where is her hut? Can't believe it's this close to the spawn. I usually never see it this close to the spawn. That's why I didn't check here. It's always on the road, but it's usually deeper on the road. I'm excited to get this character in endgame. Like, I wanted to do, I thought about just swapping my Titan to Warbringer and just like testing this style right away, but I figured might as well level one in case it's a really fun play style, so I could do like a leveling guide with it. But so far in leveling, it's working great. So if it works out in endgame, definitely doing a leveling guide for it. The shield charge freestyle is really fun.
What have they done? The bastards! They've burned it all! I can't yet.
Gotta go down. What's surrender? Which one's that? Is that the shield I'm using? Oh yeah, I'm swapping that. I'm only using it because it was really high armor for the bracket that guy was leveling through. I just took it for the armor. Yeah, I'm about to swap that out very soon. I only care about the shield for the damage from armor right now through the campaign. It's got a cool effect on it. Like, it's a good leveling shield, but yeah. The effect is awesome. Unfortunately, the armor doesn't scale with shield charge, though. It looks cool, too. I think the shield looks awesome.
Rejoin the earth! I need more time. Charge!
There we go.
Your luck has run out, foundling.
You bastard! Face me! I need more time. This is not revenge enough for what you've done.
It's alright, get down. Do I have a spirit gem? Can I upgrade Herald of Ice? I can. Getting more damage on Herald of Ice is nice.
None will stop me from enacting vengeance.
Let's get him. Like, Act 1 is so much faster. It's literally sub 1 hour clears for me. Like, then Act 2 is like a little over an hour, if like depending on like the zone RNG. And then Act 3 is like crazy long. If all the acts were like, even Act 1 is almost a little too long in my opinion. But if the goal is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, whatever. But like the fact that any of them are longer than Act 1 is just bad. I think this is the longest. Like maybe Act 6 could be justified to be slightly longer than this. But like I think Act 1 is the perfect pace. I love flying through Act 1 at this rate. If all maps were this good, we're good. Here, let's do something fun. Let's see if we can one-shot the entire pack. So we'll wait till all the waves are up. Oh, I need to get new water. Do I have a new water in here? I don't. Okay. Let's try to get a big explosion off. Oh. I tried to get closer so we got all the mobs, but we did get a big big explosion. The problem with the campaign for testing stuff is you don't have the density needed until the Dreadnought. And even Dreadnought doesn't have mapping density, because like when you're talking about maps that have like bonus map size pack sizes and stuff, like you can chain 3, 4, 5 screens away, and you can't test that in the campaign really ever. Like even in Dreadnought, you're lucky to get enough density to get like a screen away. But in like once you get into Waystone 15 maps, especially like maps like Fortress and stuff, like if it is chaining, you know, you get instant ice explosions like 4 screens away.
What madness is this? Our laments. Sanity recedes ever further into the dark. Shadows hover above us. In the corners, watching and waiting. What sickness has come among us that so unsettles our minds?
Thank you.
Sacred strike. Nowhere is safe.
Let me get my passive points now while I can. I think when you play Act 1 on Fresh Start, like solo self-found, no gear, it's much longer experience, and that's a good pace. Right now it's faster because I'm doing twink gear and I'm like leveling with a bunch of good stuff, but when you play Act 1 like with like no gear, I think its pacing is fine. Because even speedrunners are only clearing it in an hour. I didn't realize he had currency exchange on him.
I think I should.
I'm pathing over here, right? Yeah. Here, I need to get something to drink. Sorry about that. I just had to get water.
I'm not ready. Not for speed.
That was I was thinking the same thing, Coda. They attacked me when I don't think I moved. They attacked me as I sat down. That was like really weird. I thought I saw that too, but I didn't know if like I accidentally touched the mouse or something that triggered them, but that was really weird to me too.
One of us will not leave this manor alive.
Well, PV1's got pause now, which is awesome. I really hope I have fun on 3.26. I'm going to give it a real try. Unless they add Thorns stuff, I'm probably playing Cyclone. I don't think I was gone 2 minutes. I think I was gone like 60 seconds. Maybe it's a 60-second countdown. I just went and got a bottle of water and came back. I didn't linger. I should take blood magic soon. Yeah, you can use Herald of Ash. I used Herald of Ash a lot with the Smithic Katava before I swapped to the Herald of Blood style. The reason I stopped using Herald of Ash is because Herald of Blood, like Herald of Ash does nothing for bosses, where Herald of Blood does something for bosses. You can still do the Herald of Blood style with Chernobog, like Chernobog's still great. But Herald of Ash is just like it adds to mapping, where Herald of Blood adds to mapping and to bossing, so that's why I swapped off of Ash. Ash is good though. If you wanted to force Ash, force it. It's what I was doing before. It's good. But if you have Chernobog, just use Chernobog with whatever style. This looks cool. How's it working? I'm using Wind Dancer. I've got lots of levels in the Wind Dancer. And then I've got Embitter, which is making it do cold damage, and I'm doing Herald of Ice with that. So that's why I'm getting big cold explosions.
This interloper has the power we need. Kill him, and you shall have everything I promised.
No noose this time.
I'll remove your head myself.
You are nothing but a tyrant. Easy prey.
I'm not ready.
I think not. I spent so much money. Since you're too weak to do the job, I'll find someone who can. Goodbye.
You manipulative whore! How dare you! After all I've given you!
Oh, too early. I fucked up.
I'm not ready.
Oh, you're already phasing. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. If I didn't whiff that first shield charge, we would have killed him.
Tortured under the moon. The pack suffered but endured. And howled now in tune. No tales were told. None new.
You guys ever just think how much you love water?
And their endless hunger grew ever stronger.
I mean, water's just good. I miss. I wasn't trying to aim my character. I had water in my hand. Is this cruel? This is cruel. Yep. Level 47, almost 48.
Clear your mind, if only for a moment. Madness. Seal my being.
Oriana
Used
it against me.
Where has she taken the beast?
I found messages
From the desert.
From the
From the
Vestry.
Vestry.
Yes.
Come on, I wish you could skip this. Can you respawn at checkpoint? Oh no, do I have to refight the boss? Did that make things worse or better? Sometimes you can animate, you can skip some cutscenes and stuff with respawn at checkpoint. I've never tried it here. Oh, I gotta fight him again? No way. What happened? Oh, did we skip it? I might have broken the game too. Is the old homie here? Is like are we in win mode? Oh, we're win mode. Cool. So you can skip it. Just respawn at checkpoint and go to town.
Betrayal.
Cool.
The Countess has escaped with the beast.
Well, sir, we have arrived.
Time is short, that makes.
Alright, let's go kill that,
A culture of warriors.
one thing.
Only the toughest survive here.
Coward!
I can't yet.
New shield time. Yep. So just like to emphasize the damage you gain from armor on shields. So right now we're at 8,597 shield charge damage. We go up to 10,225. So we almost gained 2,000 damage by putting this on. So yeah. This shit's got a low block chance though, so I did lose some damage on Herald of Ash, but I can fix that when I go to town. We'll just get out of the shouts thing. We one-shot him. New damage helping out a lot there. Ooh, a double exalt in the campaign. Am I dead? I don't have the leech set up yet. Not good enough leech. Okay. About to get even bigger damage spike. $52.
They're nomads, much like nothing is set in stone.
Okay, this is gonna put our damage up to 1075. So about 500 damage from that, and it'll go up even higher whenever I get Lay Siege, which we'll have eventually. Is there a way I can force it now? I don't need all of this probably.
I have a different plan.
We'll do this real quick. Strength, 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 strength. Refund, 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 refund. Keep that one. Huh? I hate when that happens. Oops. I'm about to go to character select.
Nothing is set in stone.
Okay. Strength. Okay. So now our damage is even higher. Where'd it go? Oh, right, we took these out, so now we gotta put these back. So actually it'll be lower potentially for one. Oh no, it's higher despite we're missing that 25% increased tag damage. Is there a way to force that right now? Nope, we'll just get that next level since we're forcing this now. But we could force it if we took this point out. We'll put a point in it in a minute. Sure. Sure, we'll level with that for a bit. Any other gear I'm gonna need soon? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't need this helmet yet. This is like we swapped this in mapping. We can keep using this helmet for now. It's fine. No new shields incoming, right? Yeah, I didn't get another new shield. This shield's good enough to finish Cruel. We'll buy a new shield in like the 60s maybe. Alright.
So, with the trail for glory.
Yeah, and Warbringer just makes it like, so like normally with like block builds, right, you have to get a shield with a base 40% block, but what makes Warbringer nice is you get the base 40% block from the passive. So like it makes getting a high armor shield for shield charge like way easier. Which is why I chose Warbringer for this build instead of the Smith, ultimately. The Smith was working fine with Thunder, and then the Warbringer just gets, like, it's the shield ascendancy. Like, I feel like a lot of shield builds are going to default Warbringer for a long time. What is happening? Oh, it's evasive. Okay, I should just break it. It's not letting me shield charge it. And then maybe I can see a Chernobog on this character. Wouldn't that be the dream? That is a dream. It'll never happen. I'll never get to play a Chernobog. I want the first Chernobog I play with, though, to be one I got as a drop. I will never buy Chernobog until... Once I've gotten it once as a drop, I'll start using it. Or maybe, like, they make it cheaper, right? Like, if they make it, like, a more easier to acquire drop, then, like, of course I'll buy it. But right now, when it's a chase unique, the first Chernobog I use is going to be my Chernobog. I don't even know what drops it. I've never seen one. Boom! That got popped. I think the tech's gonna work based on what I just saw there. But we'll see. Wow, this thing spawned nothing. I was hoping for a big pack of mobs there.
This is curious. I can't yet. I need more time.
Easy peasy. Alright, it is dinner time for me. Almost a 3-hour stream there. A little bit shorter than I normally do. I'm going to try streaming more throughout the week at around 1 p.m. Central Time. I'm going to try and get like a more consistent time there, just sometime in this area. I started a little bit later today because of I was doing work stuff. But I'll be around live tomorrow sometime around the same time. Gonna keep playing this character for a couple days, but thanks everyone for hanging out. If you're new to the stream, make sure you follow. I'll be streaming a lot more, and yeah, this build's sick. I think it's actually gonna go the distance.
strength in check.
I'm really hyped with how the freeze style is working out, but yeah.